How do you want me to write? I'm not gonna ask for a pencil when that lady's in the room.
Okay,
You didn't
playing your
even
phone
know
now?
she was there. No, at the end of class, you said, "Was she in here the whole time?" You come in class every day and ask Kirsten for a pencil.
Yes,
Every single
but
day.
she was in there.
You didn't know she was in there.
I thought she like came in.
You,
No, I was
so
asking
you-
Allie.
How much little bit attention do you pay to be able to sit there, to be able to sit there and not notice a teacher walk in? Like,
I don't know.
it's incredible.
Okay,
Ugh.
that's not my strong suit.
Paying attention.
Being oblivious is my strong suit.
Being socially aware.
Hey,
I'm gonna have to make that list again.
I've gotten so much better.
Last year I had
It's
a
just
list.
math, dude. It's just math.
Last year I had a list of over like 20 different things where you were just
and
completely
I've gotten
socially
better.
unaware.
So you can delete that list now.
you still
I would like to look at the list.
I need to find it.
Yeah, can we talk about
No, we don't gotta read that because then it's just gonna ruin my reputation.
And I
for
only
all
made
our
this
listeners.
list in like 2 days.
Yeah, it didn't take long.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Then you got a lot of notes on your phone.
Oh, that's when Mr. House gave me 60% on my project.
I got
Can you
one.
put out all the reasons you were gonna bring up when you come home?
When Griff said FDR gave a speech in 1993 and got a better grade than me.
Hey, you
You
deserve
never
it
said
though.
any of that.
And Noah's Google Slides was on a Google Doc.
Hey, you deserve it though.
Oh, okay, let me find this.
I got one of you being
Please
oblivious.
Don't do that. That was really loud.
Right,
What were
wait,
these presentations even about? I completely forget.
about advertisements, right?
Yeah.
I think I did. What do you guys do yours on?
I have no idea.
It was,
Mine
like a
was
bunch, it was
about-
like a bunch of different things.
Mine was about like
We had like 3 different things.
a
to do.
car.
Oh, was it like ethos
No.
logos and page? That was that. You got a 60 on that.
No, that was like, remember we had 3 projects we had to do. It was like one big project, but it was 3 like mini projects. The thing for house last year that we talked about.
Find it.
These aren't as good as I remembered. This is okay, this is like a calculus thing. You said you can't take an integral without a calculator.
Dude, I might believe that now. I'm so.
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't know anything
See
about
that
calculus.
that
doesn't make any sense.
that's
to me
not
right
as bad now, but back then.
now. That was probably pretty bad.
You asked Monty if 7 was neutral after you just asked her, and we went over it.
7 was neutral.
On the
Like on a
on the
pH
scale.
scale.
You punched me in the face in chemistry.
Yeah, was that being oblivious?
You letting Carter ditch him in line and saying, "I didn't even see him."
Wait, no, the punch in the face was oblivious because he didn't mean to do it.
Wait,
Yeah, no,
yes,
he
When
punched
did I
me.
punch you in the face?
I was like, I think it was
When
an
it
accident.
was you, me, and Griff,
These
and
weren't
Gabe,
that
right?
funny.
Yeah,
this one was funny.
that's why I said not as good as I thought.
Alright.
A good one
What
though.
was our first topic?
Remember when Abby called you a dumbass in folks class?
That was.
Oh my
that
god, I
was
felt
stupid.
so shitty. Oh
That
my
was
god,
stupid,
she
though.
ruined my life.
Gabe saying folks should grade like Collier and Abby calling him a dumbass.
He explained.
Yeah, because he was explaining how he graded, and then I looked up from my phone. And he said, "You should grade like Collier." And hey, our lights came back on. I said, "You should grade like Collier. Here's what he does," and he just listened to me. And then it was quiet, and then he was like, "That's literally what I just said." And then Abby was like, "Just don't be a dumbass."
That was awesome.
Which Abby? Well, I guess
Abby.
probably
Yeah,
shouldn't.
Abby, if you're listening, thanks for the wake up call.
Abby H. Yep,
Thanks for the
Abby
wake-up
H.
call.
Keegan's
Abby
ex-girlfriend.
H.
Hey, what was that
Back in
like?
fifth
Fifth
grade?
grade?
I took you to
No,
homecoming.
it was 5th
Nah,
grade.
it's 5th grade.
Freshman year.
You didn't take her to homecoming freshman year.
Yeah.
And I did take somebody else freshman year.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I remember freshman year
I
with
don't
you,
remember
dude.
your freshman year.
I was gonna take.
Does it start with a?
Someone. Callie.
Who did you take freshman year? First initial.
A.
Oh, that one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, we remember those dance shoes doing.
I cannot remember.
Who was it? I don't remember
I
either.
don't remember at all.
I'm-
White.
That's who I'm thinking. White walls.
What?
Oh, that's
White walls?
That's the dude.
Ah! Now he's got it.
Ah, we got it.
Oh,
You
that's-
guys just don't know.
The story
freshman
from
year?
the
Yeah,
story
that
from Doran's
That's it.
house.
No,
Yeah.
dude.
Marshall.
We just talked about that the other day.
Oh,
Freshman year
Marshall
study
and
hall,
his girl?
second period with Carter, dude.
That
Hey,
was
look,
the
memories
best
will
year.
never be
That was the
forgotten
best
right
Yeah,
there.
year.
that was freshman year, though. That's awesome.
Wasn't
wish-
I there?
I wish we could just talk about this without caring at all, but I don't know if we should.
Hey, what about Miss Mary? though? We don't gotta care about Miss Mary.
No, definitely one of the
Miss Mary.
times.
Yeah,
Marshall-
fucking graveyard.
Scary Mary.
Scary
No, no.
Mary.
One of the times Marshall was at Dorn's with a girl.
Oh.
I will not name drop.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I was there too.
Yeah, you were.
Who was
One of the times.
Sophomore year.
Oh, who was it? Reagan Embry?
No, it was.
Nah,
it was
someone-
somebody.
It was someone.
I forgot.
It was someone he doesn't
No, we
love.
just went as friends.
Someone he doesn't love.
This is going out to
We
our
just
whole
went
high
as-
school.
We just went as friends.
Tonight.
Who was it? Who was it?
Oh!
What?
We went as
Hey,
friends.
Dude, I have a
We went
picture.
as friends, and then when we got back to Doran's house.
Doran? No, what?
When we got back to Doran's house, she sat closer to Jake
Who-
than she did to me.
She,
Yeah.
she was there?
I,
Like,
have,
it wasn't
sat
like-
on the other side of you.
Was that Doran's?
Yes, with Marshall.
I have a picture of
What-
all
what was
three of
the
us together.
It was
I do not remember that.
After homecoming, sophomore year.
Yeah.
What did I do after that one? Did I? That was freshman year.
Who are you dating?
Sophomore year, no one.
When
You
we
went. You went
I went
that
to your
big
house.
group. You went
Yeah,
that
I went
big
to
we
group.
took
house after-
melatonin.
Yeah, that's weird.
took melatonin.
What were you gonna say?
I don't remember. When did we stay? That was prom, junior prom. Never mind.
What was
We stayed the night at Mariah's.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what I did after sophomore homecoming.
junior prom?
Sophomore.
When
sophomore
we were
prom.
sophomores.
Sophomore prom.
Okay.
Okay,
they
I was
were
gonna say I
seniors.
don't think that was a thing.
After homecomings? What homecoming?
Yeah, I didn't
Sophomore
get invited to
year.
sophomore prom because I
You
wasn't
probably did
dating an
something for
upperclassman.
Huh? I don't remember.
Yeah, I didn't go either.
I went to
Fine.
junior homecoming or this homecoming. My dad let me borrow his car, but I had to be home at 9:30 or like 10:30. I had to leave the dance, get my dad's car, take it back to him, and just go home.
I'm excited for prom this year.
We've gone to
Yeah.
5 dances in high school, and I've had a date to 2 of them.
See,
I've had a date to one of them.
I've had a date to all of them except for one.
I've had a date to all of them.
Weirdo.
Yeah. Except for one.
I did the one that I didn't have a date at was fun as hell.
They are more fun that way.
I feel like Keegan and I did do something kind of crazy at homecoming.
Which
Together.
one?
We
This
were,
one?
we
In
were,
a circle.
we were grinding on each other in the circle.
Everybody was
Jaden.
clapping us on.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
This year?
I was pressuring
Yeah.
Jaden into it for like 20 minutes. Now
We
he
kept
loves
talking
it.
about
Now he loves it.
We were talking about. Whoa!
You do love it now. Alright,
Okay, I made that up though.
what?
I'm pretty sure.
Did
Like
you-
we
did
should
you
get in
come
the
up with that
center in the circle, and you're like, if you go in there first, I'll go in there.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what?
And I kept hyping you up. And then
I'm not gonna be a freaking P word, so
Wussy
I just
ninja.
went in there.
Wussy Ninja.
Calling for his boo back.
This is a really good segue into what scares you the most.
Scariest thing that's ever happened
Hey,
to you?
yes.
Yeah, scariest thing that's ever happened to you. That's what it was.
Who's got a good story to start?
Homecoming could have been scary.
Homecoming, yeah. There are
Yeah.
some.
I was gonna probably say something that probably shouldn't be said.
I don't.
Probably.
Who's got a scary story?
Were you thinking the same
Is
thing?
anyone
or-
have a scary
I was
story?
thinking something different.
I feel like you could definitely have some scary stories from your grandma's house, Jaden.
Oh, I definitely do.
From some
Definitely
ghosts or something like that.
Yep. One time I had my boy Cameron stay. We were sleeping up on the couch. So you know how our house is laid out. Basically, there's like
Haunted is how
Yeah.
it's laid out.
there's like a living room that's like really tall ceilings, and like you can see from the balcony of the upstairs down in the living room. Okay, there's bedrooms upstairs. So we were sleeping on the couch, and I was
in a
awake.
group chat with Hannah, Antrim, Austin,
But-
Monroe.
Cameron was still Cameron like fell asleep, and then
That was a swallow.
that sounded like a fart.
It was
That was a swallow.
But basically, Cameron fell asleep. TV turned on. It was like no signal, scary, and then door slammed upstairs. But it could have just been someone running fast.
What was the story you said you looked like at the end of the balcony at your brother's door and you thought you saw something or something?
Oh,
like that?
just a huge black ghost. It's
Just a huge black.
Actually?
I don't know. It was like when
BBG.
I play it back in my head.
Big black ghost.
When I play it back in my head, all I think is like looking downstairs at my River Oaks house. I just gave a fart.
What was the one thing you told us about, like, how you have, like, this one really vivid memory?
That's
and
what I was
you,
talking about. Like
yeah,
it was me like looking like my brother's room was like straight in front of me
and your ears were, like,
down
vibrating
the
or
hallway.
something?
Yeah, like my ears were ringing super loud, and I was just looking straight down, and there was like the staticky in my carpet, and like you could see.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Marsh, you the one that was telling us about your dog with the red eyes?
Yeah, that was a nightmare though. That wasn't like something that happened to me.
That's like the only scary shit that
But
happens.
I
to
just
me.
thought of something.
Fucking nightmares.
Jaden,
My phone's out there.
Jaden, remember that time that I had you and Griff stay, and we were downstairs watching Piranha to see the one part at the end where the dude
Boobs. Or the
no,
pee-pee.
where
The dude,
Flooded
the
in
dude
water.
get his.
What?
The dude gets his freaking wee wee ripped off.
It gets bitten off and you see it
By
floating
the
in the
piranha?
water. Yeah. Alright, so we were watching that, and you like got a text from your parents, like
Oh.
something was going on outside, like outside of your house. Like there was like a weird ringing sound.
Yeah, they're like the doorbell is going
The
off.
doorbell was going off, and like
Oh,
you
because
said
my
there was,
pool
like,
alarm was going
yeah, your
off.
pool alarm was going off, and she said there was like old people standing out in front.
Yeah,
No, you and Griff went outside, and like it
you were
looked
like,
they
don't
were
go
dancing.
outside. Just don't go
He
outside.
said it looked like there were like weird old people outside in your house dancing.
Yes.
What?
Yes,
No, it
there
was
was
creepy.
two people standing outside at my door, like just standing there, like ringing the doorbell and going like, and like moving around doing weird things.
So weird.
And so like, huh?
Where'd they go like, when they left?
They lived in our neighborhood. I just don't
Yeah,
know
they lived in
which
our
house it was. It might have been like the newer neighbors, but they're not old. So
Sounds like a
Mr.
neighborhood
House?
I want to go.
but it was weird. And
What?
I remember like I was like actually like scared for a second.
It was
Then we found
scary.
out. Then we found out it was just your pool alarm. Because we didn't know it was your pool alarm at first. We
Yeah.
just went outside and we could hear it from my house.
Yeah, we didn't know
Which
what
is
it
like
was.
way down the street.
My mom was like, "Don't go outside. Do not go outside." We went outside. And I like walked down to the neighbor's house to see like
It was, like,
I was like
hiding
peeking
cars
over
and
the car.
stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, I got a story, but I'll let Keegan go first because I know he's waiting.
Alright. This isn't like scary story, but it's freaky story. I think I might have told you guys this before, but so I am still confused to this day on what the hell happened. So we're sitting. I'm having a dream, right? Me, my mom, and my brother go to like this jewelry party where my mom like it's like I don't know, they just like buy jewelry or whatever. It doesn't matter. But all of us kids, like all the kids at the party, and me and my brother go play hide and seek, and me and my brother. This one guy with a prosthetic leg and some other girls go hide in a shed, and this girl she sees a spider, and so she flips out. All
Wait,
right,
this is a dream.
stay tuned. She sees a spider and freaks out, and like it's really scared. And then the kid with the prosthetic leg, it was from like his knee down, takes off his leg and hits the spider with his foot.
Oh.
All right. I thought that was a dream like my whole life. Like till I remember telling a story in Miss Andrews' class. What was that? What grade was that? 8th grade.
I saw her today.
I
Oh,
did
I
too.
saw her. You saw her too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At
And her
baseball.
like red collar.
So I tell that story in 8th grade. Like we had to do one of the quick writes, and it was like tell something that you thought was true but like isn't true. And so I told that story. And then the next day, Tanner comes and talks to me. He's like, "Do you remember when that kid took off his leg and beat the spider?" I was like,
Did we have the
You're
same
like, that was
dream?
real?
yes, and I still don't know. Maybe we had the same dream. That was 5 years later
That's weird.
from that thing.
It
That's
is the day
awesome.
after you wrote about it. Which
Yeah,
is weird.
Nice.
yeah, and like in between that whole
Okay.
gap, I was like telling people that it was a dream.
That's crazy.
So
That
like,
is
my-
actually really
yeah,
weird.
yeah.
Did
Freaked
you
me out.
ask him like, are you
That's
sure that
awesome.
was a
I need to
dream?
talk to him as soon as I can.
Maybe we need to call him in. Get him on the horn.
Call Tanner Hughes.
You should have asked him then.
So while he's calling Tanner, we could talk
Yeah,
about
Gabe's story.
Gabe could grab my
Gabe's
phone.
story.
Nah, bro, because he's gonna get on the phone.
Let's say, what is it,
Alright,
Tanner?
we'll
Interrupt my
Story.
story.
Yeah, then Gabe could get my phone for me.
Why do you need your phone?
Because
He's got a text.
All right, Tanner.
Put
You
him on
want to
speaker.
be on our podcast?
Oh my god. What's up, Tan?
All right, we're in a podcast right now recording. I got to ask you a question.
What's up, Tanner?
What's up?
You're on speaker, so talk loud. All right. Do you remember if we ever went to like this party with Mom and we were playing hide and seek, and this girl saw a spider and started freaking out, and this guy like took off his prosthetic leg and hit the spider?
Yeah.
That happened?
Yes.
Like actually 100% sure. You're like,
It wasn't a dream.
It was not a dream.
when
There
was
was
it?
also live wire in the shed.
It was a shed.
And it was pretty interesting because at the time they stopped, they like discontinued live wire because it was like one of those limited time flavors.
What the
Kind
heck?
of up.
I didn't know if that was a dream or actually like experienced that.
Yeah, it definitely was real life.
Oh my
That's
god.
awesome.
All right. Thank you, dude.
See you, Tanner.
See you, dude.
Bye.
Bye.
So it was real.
It was real.
That is weird.
And you thought it was a dream for
And you were
5
telling
years.
everybody it was a dream.
Yes, I remember.
It's the day after you write about it.
Yeah.
He tells you.
I remember telling my
He brings
neighbor.
that up.
My neighbor would like do like
Thanks,
flips
man.
and crap in our.
45.
He would do like flips and stuff in our like his yard outside, and I was like telling him that specific story. Like I still remember telling him that.
Okay, does that ever happen to you guys? Like, you'll be thinking about something or like wondering about something one day,
Yes.
and then like either
And then,
the,
like, the
next
next day it
day
comes
or
up.
like in the next couple like hours or so, that thing you're thinking about comes up.
A lot of
All
times
the
it happens with like
That
music.
happens to
All
me
the time.
all the time. Like I'll be like, I was just thinking about this yesterday. That happens.
And then it comes up.
always.
And then,
That's
like,
weird.
you'll like hear someone talking about it on the radio or
Like,
something.
you
You're like,
in the universe.
you.
You in the universe knows what I'm thinking all the time.
That's weird.
It creeps me out sometimes.
Or then you have like those targeted ads, like
Yeah.
like
I'll like
just the other
get-
day, dude.
I'll just get off looking up like
Yeah.
cleats or something. Go to Instagram. The first ad.
Yes.
is
Yeah, yeah.
The cleat I was looking
Yeah,
at. Like,
we were on
ridiculous.
Discord talking about Kent State, and I got on Instagram and I was clicking through people's stories. Kent State ad popped
That
up.
is
I miss our.
Wait, we were talking about it on the Discord.
Yes.
Dude,
I was talking
shit
about it on
absolutely
Discord.
hears you.
So it was.
Yes,
I was listening to you.
I missed
Yes.
our podcast last time to do my financial aid, and like all you had to do, like the W-2 and all your taxes and stuff. That night, hecka tax ads. And it was like W-2, like circled and highlighted.
It probably
and I
was
like,
tax.
Micro targeting is shit.
That's true. That's true.
And it scares me, but it's also kind of helpful sometimes.
All right, what's your scary story?
Sometimes, yeah.
We were all a part of it. It's not the type of like scary where I was like, I don't know. It's like a different type of scary. It was just because I was like worried. It was the time, I think it was 8th grade, where we set off fireworks in Mr. Benner's yard.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I was really scared because, alright, so, we haven't talked about this before, but we all went over to Jaden's grandma's house one time in 8th grade, after the dodgeball tournament. Is that when it was?
Oh, yes. After
Yeah, after we won the dodgeball tournament,
Who else
because
was
we're
on our
fucking
team? Doran?
badasses. Yeah, Doran.
S5 and Doran?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Anyway, we won, and we decided to go over to Jaden's grandma's house to celebrate, so Ben brought fireworks in his book bag, and we decided to set off fireworks in Mr. Benner's yard after we had already been ding dong ditching for a
Our
little
gym
bit.
teacher, that's a hard ass,
Gym
and like
teacher.
the
Yes.
neatest person in the entire
Yes.
school.
The
So
most intimidating person because he
Ever.
didn't talk to
so
us.
we all
I
decided
like Mr.
that
Benner though.
I do like him.
Ben was gonna set it off because he knew what was up with all of it, and we were just gonna sit behind different cars and watch. So it starts going off.
Way bigger than we expected.
Yes, it like miles in the sky, miles. Real fireworks.
And wasn't it like 100 of them?
Yes.
Yeah, and Ben did not tell us that at all.
It went for probably 3 minutes, actually.
Yes.
Actually 3
So
minutes.
we, most of us were like, "Oh shit, this is a lot. We need to go." So like, I remember Jaden was in the middle of the street running, and like Mimi's house is like up a hill and then down a hill off to the side.
Big hill.
We had to go all the way up the hill and then all the way down the hill to her house still. So Jaden and I were running. I saw Carter running, and I looked over to my left, and some dude came out of his garage on the phone with the police. And so we were running up the hill, and a dude in a truck came by.
I will never forget that.
Yeah, he came by. He was like, "What are you guys doing?"
Yeah.
At the top of the hill, watching the fireworks go off as we're running away from it. So what are you guys doing? Like, "Oh, we're just out walking." He said, "All right, you guys don't stay out of trouble now." Keegan stayed. He was still there, behind like a van or something, and he looked at me like, "Where'd everybody go?"
I wanted to see if someone came out. Someone was there with me. Someone like left a little.
Yeah, someone
before me.
stayed with you. I don't even remember who it was, but
That was the most exhausted I've
Yes.
ever been running. Because
I
was a dead
sprinted
sprint.
up the hill and then sprinted all the way down the hill.
Well, it's
Kylan
like-
was there. I remember that.
Kylan left really early because remember it's like up a really like steep
That's a
hill,
big hill.
up
Yeah.
another
Big
hill,
hill.
that's like not as steep,
It's like
and then
up
down
to
that
Yeah.
hill.
But
we
after
went-
you run like far straight. too.
Yeah, and
That's
we
like-
went into my grandma's
yeah.
house, and we all went into the living room and turned off the
No,
lights
yeah.
and just laid like we were
I'll tell
dead.
you guys like the other end. They can hear me, dude. I'm telling you. The other end, because I didn't go ding dong ditching, and I just stayed at the house because I was a weenie back then. And so you guys were gone for like half an hour or whatever.
Yeah.
And the doorbell starts ringing, and Kylan was there, couldn't breathe, like dying. He had like his Tim's on, so he was
Kylan
like,
got there first, yeah.
Kylan got there first. He was dead. He couldn't get out the words like what was going on, and then like more people started trickling in. Everyone was like, "Dude, go, get down, turn off the lights, cops are coming." I was like, "Dude, what happened?"
Marshall's like, I wasn't even a part of this.
We were coming up with like
Everyone get
plans.
down.
Yeah, we
I
were
was
coming up with like
crazy.
plans on like what to tell the police if they showed up at the house. Like,
100%,
why are
yeah.
you guys sweaty? You'd be like, "All right, we'll just say we were playing basketball."
Yeah, I remember thinking like because the cars started driving by,
Yep.
and I was like, if one of these is a police officer, I am running into the woods. I remember specifically thinking
Your
that.
woods are scary.
Oh, I have a good story about police officers.
Let's hear it.
The woods are scary.
Oh.
It's about you and Doran.
So do we. You remember
I've-
4th of July in Geller?
I do.
I ratted you out.
Yes.
I threw you right under the bus.
So basically, one time, I was hanging out with one of our friends, and we were we went to Taco Bell, and we had like hot sauces or whatever, like those like little packets of hot sauce. Okay, we're running around the neighborhood, and we like twisted them up so like one side was fatter.
yeah,
You know when
yeah.
people used to do that, and we threw them at this kid named Jake. Okay, Jake Hall. I don't.
Wait, is Jake Holden like massive?
Yes, massive dude. He's like
You see
35,
Choke
still lives
Slam?
at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, he called the cops on Dora and I because we threw hot sauce all over his garage and it like exploded all over his garage. And so that was basically that one. The cops like picked us up and were like, "All right, you guys need to go back to your house." And so he like took us home or whatever, which is embarrassing when you have to call your parents at like 10:30 at night because you're like underage. You can't even be out at
Throwing
10:30 at
hostile
night.
grenades in a dude's
You're like
garage.
13 years old.
And then the second time,
Badass.
there was 4 of
That shit
us
was fun.
playing Pokemon Go outside at 11
That game
o'clock
was
at
so
night.
fun.
And we were like, we found like an Articuno or something. We were like, we
Cool.
should probably split up and just run around. So we split in twos. And our friend Jack and I went by like the police station because that was a smart thing to do when we were underage for that time.
I say like it was like past 11.
It was
right?
past our curfew. It was like
Yeah.
11:15
That's so
or something.
stupid. It was 11:15.
And I just remember the road is so long, like by the police station.
Mhm.
And so Jack and I are walking down the road. It's like a couple minutes from our other friend's house. And we're walking down the road. I'm like, and I see like lights. And I'm like, Jack. Because Doran had already texted us by then saying that they already got picked up.
Yeah.
So I was-
And you guys just continue to walk by the
Well,
police
because
station.
remember, you gotta remember that by the police station is there's the police station here. There's like a little bit of road, and then there's that road that goes straight down
Yeah.
from like that factory area.
Yeah.
Okay. We were walking down that road trying to get back into Doran's neighborhood. Because if you go far enough back there, there's like the retirement home,
Yeah.
and you can get back into Doran's neighborhood from that.
Uh-huh.
And so, yeah, it was scary. So they text us that, and then Jack's like, "Hey, dude, what are those lights?" And I'm like, "I don't know, but we should probably hide behind this tree." Because I didn't want to get scared.
Bad idea.
I mean, I was scared. I didn't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
So we don't hide behind the tree, and the cops pick us up.
That's
They're
probably
like,
better.
"What are you guys doing late out at night?" And we're like, "Playing Pokemon Go." And he just thought we were dumb idiots.
The single most innocent thing you could possibly
Yeah,
be
yeah,
doing
okay.
at 11:15 at night.
But
Yeah, I get
so
you.
sorry, but after that, Doran was like
Oh
talking
my
to the
gosh,
officer. He was
yeah.
like,
Yeah, this is
"My
like-
parents aren't home or anything. Like I don't. They just went to like Puerto Rico or something. I don't know. It probably wasn't that. It probably
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
that bad. But
That was bad.
he said that his parents were away somewhere.
Dorn's a talker.
And so, my parents actually weren't at the house, so they were probably like, "What?" So they take me back to my dad's house, which was in that neighborhood at the time.
Yeah.
My brother like,
Oh, I remember that house.
I like open the door. My brother's like, he knows it's me, so he's like, "What's up, idiot?" And I got a freaking police officer walking me in the house, and we took Doran home first, so I just remember he like his brother answered the door too, so I don't know if the officer saw his parents, but yeah, that was basically
That's
it.
what I remember. Like someone lied to the cops and said their parents weren't home,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
were. I was like, no.
I didn't lie because I was like, "There's no reason to get in any trouble for what we did."
Yeah.
But like I remember my stepmom and my dad came home like the week after. Like I was there like the next weekend, and they were like my stepmom was crying. She was like really upset.
Really?
Yeah, because or maybe that was from the Taco Bell one, but
Yeah. That one's a little bit worse.
yeah, because we were just being freaking
Stop
hooligans.
being a criminal,
I
bro.
remember me and my brother. Me and my brother and like Joey, my manager, that was like 10 years older than us.
Yeah.
15 years older than
No.
we would, 10,
15.
10,
I would say 10 at the most.
7 to 10. All right, whatever. It doesn't matter.
You didn't
15.
graduate.
Yeah, that was a really bad exaggeration.
I'd say it's like, yeah.
But yeah, I would go around playing Pokemon Go with him and his friends at like 3 in the morning, often. We would go to like
Okay, but his friends were like,
yeah,
younger than him.
yeah, but it was like fun. We would go to like Earthworks and
Yeah.
walk around there for. I don't know if a game will ever be as popular as Pokemon Go.
Yeah, that game
At
was-
least not a mobile app.
That's
that
what. Yeah,
would-
that's what I mean. That's what I
like,
mean.
I saw their sales like recently. They made like
Oh, I'm
millions,
still playing
like
that.
$17 million
Like,
in the
I
month
made-
of November.
I had negative knowledge about Pokemon,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I was
same.
interested in that
I,
game.
yeah, it was. Yeah,
Like
I
I was
remember,
walking
like-
around Granville, just like going to all the Pokestops.
exactly. And they already had like a huge following from
Yeah.
Pokemon, and then to like make it a game that you can play with all your friends.
One of my baseball coaches still plays.
Really?
Bush years, yeah, ball sack.
He still plays?
Yeah.
He's like-
Pokemon. He's like, hey
he's like-
guys, look
it's
what I
fun
got.
still.
He's like a
like-
semi-professional pitcher.
Oh,
Yeah.
the sub.
Yeah, ball sack. This super tall dude.
Alex?
The dude. Yeah, Alex. Yeah, he couldn't get the movie started in film studies, so we just sat and talked the whole period.
I couldn't figure out how to turn on the smart one.
That was he sat up there for like.
I wanted to get a
15
video
minutes.
because he was like,
He was just like he would press a button and look at the screen, nothing happened. He'd be like, well, I don't know what to do. Press another button.
he was like, "You guys laughing at me?" I was like, "Yeah."
And he was like, all right, guys, I can't get this thing to turn on, so we're not doing anything.
I'm just gonna tell Miss Dix I couldn't figure this out, so you guys could just talk.
That was hilarious.
Pokemon Go was fun though.
So
Yeah.
much fun.
I would go with like Cameron's older brother and all of his friends, and we would go to Earthworks like really late.
Oh,
which
I was
fun.
just talking about this the other day, but do you remember freshman year when you used to sit with them at lunch? And the one day you asked if you could sit like at our table with us, and like
Were
Doran
we
and
talking about
Marshall
this the
told
other
you
day?
no.
Doran, no,
Really?
no,
I was talking about this.
Yeah,
the other
it
day.
probably was me.
Was
Yeah.
it with me?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was like
This
Doran and
Paul
Marshall. Yeah, like told you no, you couldn't sit with us because like Paul sat there. Like Paul had to sit there, but Paul wasn't at school that day, and I like told you that. because I was like on your side, and you got really mad, so I came over and sat with you guys, and then I took a picture of like the empty space between you and Torrin. And I tweeted a picture of SpongeBob Invisible Spray.
Cut it out.
Full House. Don't even
Yeah.
get
Like
started.
cut, and then you choose which portion you want to cut out.
My mom.
Shout out No Murphy.
My mom used to be worried about me because I was obsessed with Full House. I would watch the news before school just so I could watch Full House because I knew it was gonna be on the next after that show.
No, that's awesome.
My mom would be like,
Full House.
my mom was like,
Full
don't
House
you,
was sweet.
my mom was like, don't you
It
want to watch
was
some like
not that
cartoons or
great.
something? I'm like, no,
Dude,
Mom.
Full House was
No,
awesome.
Full House
Full House
original
is
was
coming on.
good.
It was so good.
I liked Full House.
Fuller House is weird, like sexual puns and stuff. They didn't
No,
need
I
to put
liked
in
Full
there.
House a lot. Because when I had a babysitter, it actually was awesome. Mara's mom. But like every time we got dropped off there, it was like Team Nick was always on.
Speaking of,
Team Nick was always on, and now Full House is always
I love
on.
Full
dude. It was
House.
incredible.
hey, speaking of Chase though, he just won $40 off a lottery ticket. You only paid $2 for.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty good.
Hey, you're gonna be able to buy lottery tickets soon, dude.
Yeah, I'll be 18 in 6 days if you guys want to know. Send me happy birthday cards and stuff.
That's right. Our other topic was going to be things that are edible, things that we want to eat but aren't edible.
Play-Doh.
Oh shit.
Great,
Play-Doh?
great
Play-Doh.
transition.
Okay, wait, we should go like one by one.
Alright,
Carter, you start.
Carter.
You,
Okay.
Play-Doh looks absolutely schmackin'.
Schmacking.
Like the smell doesn't
The,
bother you?
the smell and the texture make me want to eat it a lot.
The smell?
Yes. No.
What's the one?
Yeah, the smell.
No.
Yeah.
It
The smell
smells
throws me off.
nasty.
Yeah.
If the texture, if it wasn't for this, like if it smelled the way it looked, like if blue smelled like blueberry or something, then I'd be
That'd be not. But you could change that.
You can make like fake Play-Doh out of
Yeah.
cookie dough and eat it, like with food coloring. That would.
Play-Doh does look schmacking though.
Well, it
Play-Doh
smells
absolutely
No,
It's-
it
Play-Doh
smells
looks like
bad.
fondant.
Yes,
That's what it
does.
looks like.
It
And
does.
fondant, I used to not know if you're allowed to eat that and just eat it anyways. But yeah, you can.
All right, Jaden. Oh, Keegan, go. Mine is like good smelling chapstick. I just want to eat
Yeah,
it.
I could. Yep.
Like-
When I was young, I had freaking Dairy Queen chapstick, and I would just straight eat it. It would be like cookie dough and chocolate. Dude,
You
what
ate
did I
chapstick.
What did I I'm like 7 years old, dude. My first chapstick.
Smelling good as hell.
And they all had like the
Rolled that
freaking
shit
like
and ate
blizzard
it.
things on them, dude.
Oh, that's
those were
awesome.
smacking.
Oh,
your mango chapstick or whatever it
Yes.
was you had.
I want to eat it bad.
It was so good.
Yeah, now they just make like boring adult chapstick, like freaking.
Blistex.
Berry.
Like that. Like
What's
But,
that?
yeah,
What's
when
that?
you bring that Blistex to
That is
school, it makes me
awful.
mad.
that is awful.
Burt's Bees. It should be costing $4 per thing, and it's like moonlight candle and wax and cheese. That's what it's supposed
I
to
miss
taste
when
like.
cough drops were good because I would just eat a whole pack.
Like the Ludens.
What do you mean you miss when they were
You
good?
could still
Because
get
the
some
only
good
ones that
ones.
the Ludens, dude.
Ludens, the ones that had like
Yes.
the strawberry with like the like milk
Yes.
looking thing.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're
Those
talking
were
Those
freaking
were so good.
smack.
I wasn't
Yeah.
even coughing. I need
Yeah,
a Luden.
I would
in
eat them
my mouth.
crappers. What's yours, Mark?
Yeah,
I'm
Mark's
trying to
good.
think of some. Like,
I got one in the back of my
I'm
teeth.
struggling.
about. All right, skip. Gabe, come
I
back
want
to
to
Marsh.
eat
Yeah.
that like foam sealer stuff that they like squirt out of the bottle and like
Caulk?
spray. Is that caulk?
Yeah.
I want to
Wait,
eat it.
what?
I wanna
Caulk
eat
is
it.
like what you put like on the wall.
Yeah, it's like there's a
Like-
crack in the wall and you like
Oh, like
foam
Yes.
in it.
That
Wait,
does
oh, wait,
not
I want to
work.
spray all
No,
that shit in my
no.
mouth like whipped cream and eat it.
Is that caulk?
No,
I
caulk
don't
is
know.
Caulk's
like
like the
caulk is like you press down and
clear
like
almost.
piss it on there.
the noise that makes like the you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
like you're supposed to take like the thing like that
Yeah,
one
I
tool
love
that's like a
that.
knife and be like.
Yeah,
I don't know.
love
It's just like every time I see foam sealer,
I've seen what you're talking.
I know what you're
I
talking
want
about. I don't know what it's called.
I want to swish around my mouth, see what it feels
Why?
like.
I don't have that.
Yeah, neither do I.
I wish you could eat laundry detergent.
You see, that sounds really cliche, but I want to take a bite into a Tide Pod.
No, smell your
Same.
laundry. Smell
Yeah.
your laundry.
I want to
detergent.
like know what it feels like.
There's no way, like if I just have it in my mouth for a second, I'll die.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
it's not that bad.
Candles.
Candles.
You
I-
can't just take a bite out of
Candles
like a
Smells
candle.
smacking always.
I love candles.
Same.
Like
I could-
the berry candles. I just want
Yes.
to eat them up.
Berries.
Like strawberry, like things that have like a
Okay,
fruity
those are
scent.
pretty good. No, dude, I fucking love fall and winter candles.
Yeah.
Literally, there's
The,
nothing better in the world
Christmas
than
tree ones,
fall
like
and winter
Christmas tree
candles.
ones.
Yeah.
I love those.
Cinnamon
Fall-
ones are good.
Fall is like cinnamon,
Yeah,
like pumpkins,
pumpkin.
like spice, that type of stuff.
When you walk into
And
a
then
house,
winter
it
is
has
like
those.
snow,
Peppermint.
trees, peppermint,
Peppermint.
like sugar cookies. Oh,
When
I
you
love
walk
it
into
all.
a house, it's got like the cinnamon or pumpkin
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just want to stay there forever.
Yeah.
Cinnamon
It
smells
just
good
makes
in
the house
houses.
feel
It makes-
warmer.
yeah,
it
it
feels
feels warm.
13 degrees in there.
Yeah.
That shit, I
smell
feel
like
yeah.
Yes. And like the cinnamon pine cones that make the
so
house
cozy.
smell good.
Yes.
Those things.
No,
smell
every
good.
time
That's
I
just
smell a
cinnamon
pumpkin
candle.
candle, I just like get in the mood for like Christmas.
Me too.
But if I smell
Me
a
too.
pumpkin candle like way before or like just after Christmas, I get really sad because
Yeah.
it's not Christmas
I
anytime
have
soon.
candles in my room that I've had for like just like differing amounts of times, and I like relate them to like time periods
Yeah.
of my life and what they smell like.
I can have 3 different candles burning in my basement at one time. One in like the entrance of the basement, one in the middle, and then one in the back corner. So it's just like a different scent every time I walk to a different area.
You guys ever just like walk through your house and like you'll like
Like,
I was
move
walking
away
through
in,
my
like,
kitchen
3 months.
yesterday and it was like it's cold outside obviously, so it's still winter. So I'll be walking through the house and I'll have like a cup of milk in my hand or something like that. I'd be like, man, it feels like a nice 2 a.m. Christmas break morning. Like
With the
yeah, like like I'll just be walking through the house and be like, man, it feels like Christmas today. Or like it'll feel
Yeah.
like this certain day, and I don't know why, but I just get like that vibe
Like
all the
nostalgia,
time.
like
Yeah.
dude.
Dude,
I
I'm
freaking
gonna-
love nostalgia.
I'm gonna miss like being like at school, like in like middle school and high school, like on like fall days.
Yeah. Like you come in, dude. You got your new freaking Nike sneakers on. You got your high top or what are those called? Like calf socks or whatever, crew socks.
Tube
Crew
socks.
Yeah. All right, we got 2 guys just texting back and forth.
Sorry, dude. I'm texting back and forth. Chill out.
They're in some
They're in a new
weird
group chat.
Yeah.
So cool.
Well, yeah. What's that about?
Talking about Marshall's wiener right now.
Hey, let's not do that.
That's what it was about.
What's that group chat about?
what's her name created it thinking it was gonna be a private like Instagram story or a private Snapchat story,
I've
and
heard that one
accidentally made a
before.
group chat instead.
I've literally heard that a million times.
That
was cool.
What'd you spit out?
All right.
I
That's
spit
probably louder
this
than anything
rapper
else.
at it.
Quit hitting it, dude.
It is cool noise.
I just
It's so
okay,
loud.
but really though, like fall days or just like like the first day after winter break when it's been warm after like a long time.
Yeah.
It was warm like a couple days ago. The other day, it was
I
like
can
it wasn't
talk
like
about that last
warm,
time.
warm, but it was like kind of warm. You go outside in like some shorts.
I love fall.
Yeah, maybe like a baseball
Oh,
tee.
Jaden, do you remember Dank Squad in 8th grade?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember the one night where it was over Christmas break? It was like near the end of it. It was like the beginning of January, and we all like we went out and did what we did, and we went back to your house, and it was like 50 degrees outside, and we just like sat outside around the fire all night, and
Oh,
there was like
yeah.
that like possum like on the swing set.
Yeah.
You remember that night I'm talking about?
The swing set. I don't remember.
I think I have like a picture.
Oh
of it.
yes,
Yes.
At my neighbor's house.
Yeah.
The possum was sitting on top of that thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we like walked through their yard to go back to my house.
And it was like January, and it was like 50 degrees all night long.
Did we do some
Hey.
cool stuff that night? Was it the
I think we got on Hobby Lobby.
yeah? Took
Hey,
cool
you
pictures.
guys remember
Yeah.
the Snuggle Bears?
This is Snuggle Bears.
Shoot.
The air band that we made in 5th grade.
Was not a
Yeah.
part of that, dude.
I
I knew
wasn't in
I
that
was
either.
too old for you kids.
I wasn't in that.
Yeah, we
Oh
did.
no! That same year, I remember the band was trying to play the national anthem, and it was really bad.
Yeah.
And I was like walking by, like making fun of it, kind of like mimicking how they were playing it.
Yeah.
And Miss Lutz like heard me do it, but like in class was trying to urge me to like admit to it or
Yeah.
something like that. So she was like, I don't know who it was. Looked over at me. But I'd really like them to come forward and apologize because making fun of the band is very disrespectful and they're trying really hard. So I just kind of like looked around. I was like, well, I don't know who that was. Yeah. So everyone left and she was like, Gabe, can you see me after class? And I was like, ow, fuck. I know what this is about.
Speaking of like, kind of blaming stuff on other people or just not taking the blame. One time in Miss Bethel's class, I farted during like the out loud reading thing that they used to do in like that whatever grade that was, 3rd or whatever.
7th?
Miss Pethel?
7th.
No, Mrs. Pethel.
Yeah.
3rd grade.
Oh shoot, 3rd. I'm talking about Miss Guglielmi. My bad. My bad.
That's not
bro.
3rd grade either.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
That's 3rd grade?
Yes. Okay.
Wait,
I
how do you
missed
get
it.
googly army and Bethel mixed?
Black hair, bro. They've been pregnant once
Yeah,
in their life.
Guglielmi was 3rd grade, dude.
Okay.
That's so long ago.
But I farted really loud during the read aloud thing, and I kind of did like the Gabe said like the look around thing, like it wasn't me, and I blamed it on this kid named Trey, and he gets up and fucking flips like a desk, and freaks out and starts yelling, and they like made him go down to the office, and I was like, it wasn't me.
Oh, dude, Miss Bethel's class though. That place was
That's so cool.
crazy.
Remember
I
that?
like ball.
I like. Dude,
I-
what was our sense of comedy in 5th grade?
I don't know, but you remember like a long,
7th grade.
I'm not saying 5th grade.
remember a long time ago when we had that ice cream party outside, like when Miss Coleman was the freaking
Mm-hmm.
principal or whatever.
Remember when they like made us
Whoa.
sing her songs when she retired?
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
that's
oh, hey,
weird.
Keegan, you want to tell the podcast why you boycott the pledge?
Or why you guys are sitting on your phone
Boycott.
Yeah,
not
you
talking.
hate the pledge.
Okay, I think the pledge is stupid.
The pledge is pretty
I like America. I don't like the pledge. Okay, national
What about the
anthem.
National anthem.
National anthem. I don't mind national anthem. Like,
Why?
like national anthem. It's alright. Like,
I still think it's kind of
It's
odd
good
how it like
music.
has to be played before every sporting event.
yeah.
Like, I
Okay,
don't see
that was
why.
one of my goals in soccer was to play at a game where they played the national anthem before. Cause like I don't get that with high school games.
Yeah.
And then like we got it one time and I was like, yes, sweet check mark. But like
Check mark.
the pledge is weird. The not the government, but like schools force you to say it like when you're younger every
they do
day,
force
The
you
one
to-
girl that we were
every
talking about
day
in
in the
Collier.
morning.
Yeah. We only do it on Mondays now, but
Yeah, and I hate it every time. I don't want to do it.
he was like,
I don't want to do it.
I stand up halfway through it. Like it's not like I don't like America. I just don't like repeating a pledge for
take
my
time out of the
country.
day to recite a pledge.
I
Definitely
like the
country.
pledge.
You do?
Yeah.
Alright. Why do you
I
like
feel
the
like you had to
pledge?
take a pledge.
I don't know. It just
I don't really
I
mind
think
like
you had to take a pledge for something, didn't you?
What do you mean?
Stand up on a stage. dim
No, we don't
lights,
talk about that.
With a couple
Alright.
candles.
Dude,
take
that
a
was
pledge,
that is
Maybe
I'll-
join a cult.
probably not allowed to talk about that on here.
really.
and then be late like the first 3 days.
Alright,
Not
hey.
be allowed to talk about that.
I'm
Unless this is a real cult that you're not telling us about or something.
No, but yeah, I don't like the pledge.
It's been 42 minutes.
It's not bad.
That's not bad.
Feels like 2 minutes.
I feel like we haven't talked about anything too substantial yet.
Yeah, like when we talked about time last time.
I
You guys
know,
should
that
check
was
out
really
episode 1 if you haven't already.
But actually, episode 2. But
Yeah, well, you can shut up.
Episode 1.
Definitely
What's
was episode 1.
Wait, we could plug some stuff real fast. All right, we got a YouTube channel. Wait, this is how you're listening to it. We got a YouTube channel, Spreaker.com. Go on Spreaker.com. We're on there.
Yup.
Spreaker. Spell it.
SPREAKER.com. Also,
Dot
it should be on
.com.
iTunes. Probably like voted like #1 comedy or something.
#1 podcast in the world.
We have like 12 views on our first video, and we haven't even promoted
We
it.
haven't
So
promoted
we're all
it at
gonna
all.
go home and
How many
retweet it
times have we
tonight.
all viewed it though?
I viewed it once.
I think we should take a
clicked on it
picture,
about 2 or 3
post it on
times.
Instagram,
I probably
say
clicked on
Milky
it 3
Time
times.
Podcast,
Yeah, we're probably all our views are in.
and plug it in our.
No, we're still. Someone else viewed it twice. Noah viewed it once. And
And if we have any business inquiries or
Queries, bro.
are you kidding?
Inquiries?
What?
If you
Inquiries.
say it quicker, it's inquiries.
yeah, if you say it fast, it's like
What I
Inquiries?
what I
like if you
say?
have an inquiry. Inquiries. So that sounds.
All right,
better.
if you want to email us about business related information,
There you go.
our email is milkytimepodcast@gmail.com.
What kind of business related information would they be?
Well, when Bang wants to sponsor us, that's how they're gonna get a hold
You
of
guys
us.
might want to
Any
start
milk
investing in
company?
us now because we're
Milky
gonna
Time?
blow up.
It's time to blow up.
Literally Milky Time. Listen,
I
we
also-
created this stuff from the bottom.
Yeah.
We don't use stock images, okay?
Uh-uh.
We created the logo. We
Yeah, we
created the
created the
YouTube.
logo.
Jaden did all of it except Keegan.
But
He created the YouTube channel, but that didn't take long.
Nope.
But
Jaden
it's-
has done like pretty much everything other than
Carrying
all
the team
of us
right now.
talking. Yeah,
It's a good process though. It's fun.
so
I like doing stuff like design. Anyways, and all
it's
that.
easy when you don't get to sleep till like 3 in the morning every night.
What
Yeah,
did
and
we do when we go to college?
Somehow find a way to get this on Discord.
No, what we do is this. Ready? We all just go home, get a laptop,
Record
or
ourselves.
Just go on a laptop. We just join a call. and We use nice mics.
Sweet. I just
Alright.
record it.
You can do that?
Set up time.
Yeah, sure.
I'll see what I can.
Sounds
I'll
like
see
a
what I
plan.
can.
Keegan's gonna be like 8 million hours.
It's gonna be fucking. It's gonna be like 2 in the morning for us. He's gonna be like, I'm not even tired yet, man.
That's gonna be living. I'm gonna be living.
No, we're gonna be doing it at like 6 o'clock. Keegan will be at soccer practice.
Probably.
So we're gonna have to go on. You might be getting the cut, dude. You might be getting the boot.
Don't talk to me like that.
I'm just
No,
saying.
we're just like
Don't talk to me.
we'll
like
just
that.
talk and then pause for a really long time, and then Keegan just like
Yeah, it's like
Insert his voice.
do like a shitty like shitty microphone through the laptop. Be like, hey,
Like, what do you
guys."
think about that, Keegan?
All right, and back to
All right, thanks for that one, Keegan.
back to talking about how
Hey,
we're
get the
dead.
flashlight out of your
How
desk.
we're in debt.
Tickles.
All right, what's like a deep conversation we can end this podcast with?
Let's see. We've already talked about how we're about to move away in a couple months. Everybody is.
That can be a whole podcast.
Yeah, let's not do that.
We've already talked about how we're basically losing all of our friends. Gonna have to find a new one, especially Keegan.
All right, come on now.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, Keegan's going to Stanford to play soccer. You probably want to join this podcast just so you follow his story. Become a professional soccer
Stanford's in
Stay tuned,
California.
boys.
And we're gonna
Stanford's in California.
and we're gonna
We
get
live in Ohio.
we're gonna get a Patreon with just Keegan's story on it for extended information that you're gonna have to pay $30 a month for.
Hey,
Check
you
it
wanna
out.
Hey, you want to blow up real quick so we can just start advertising you
Blow
as being
up.
our own podcast?
Yeah.
We should all need to put it in our Instagram bios.
I'm trying to get a freaking jersey with your last name on it.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be dope.
I need to find out how to do that.
Hanging in our podcast room.
Dang, we do have a little room. Is this a fake wall, or did you guys put this wall in here? Because I don't think that's supposed to be like
I
that.
feel like we
It's
should
not
decorate
supposed
this
to be
shit.
doing that.
We should,
Yeah.
it's been
We
here.
should decorate
Yeah, we
this.
should decorate it.
We should like theme it.
We should just paint the logo right there. Put a camera, get a camera mount right here.
Yeah.
But we're like
Just
too close.
hand a giant milk. Just the word milk.
Milky.
And no, and we all have to do like
It's like a black
I guess we
expression.
should.
Yeah.
We can just freehand Milky and everyone does one letter so they're like
We'll
not
just
aligned
put
at all.
like yummy milk.
We should do that tonight so my dad gets really
I forgot
mad.
about how much
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Ben said
Wait.
something in the Instagram.
Wait
chat
a minute.
today That was.
We're gonna have to at one point just like introduce all of our friends, like just at least say their names
Yeah,
so like
just so
people
people know.
them.
That's true.
At least just talk about like the boys group chat.
Yeah.
They're being stinky over there, and I hate
They
it.
are being stinky.
I
over
was
there.
thinking.
No,
I
he's-
was
he's
thinking
thinking
of
of a-
a
he's thinking of a
topic
topic.
to end this thing with.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good one. You don't have
Dying?
to whisper it to me. You can
Yeah,
say it
dying.
out loud.
Well, I didn't want to be weird. Like
We talked about it a little bit, but we
dying.
didn't like make it like a main topic last night.
Like if you're scared about dying, or
Nope.
not scared about dying?
That's
Jaden is
like-
the one that's
like,
everyone's scared
death
about.
is like a weird topic
Yeah.
because like
'Cause, like,
it's gone.
I just like don't even like think about it at all. Like I think like death and I just kind of like blow it off. But like
Exactly.
when you actually think about like dying,
Where do you go?
what happens?
Where do you go?
I won't be here anymore if I'm dead.
Pretty sure I'm the only one that's
Can't die.
a Christian in here, so.
Oh.
I mean,
religious.
I don't
so.
consider myself to not be a Christian. but
Same,
I
I'm
go
in
to
that same
church.
boat. I
But
don't
like, but also, I don't mean to like put him under the bus, but that's how my brother is.
Yeah.
But like, my brother does some really bad things. No, okay,
Whoa.
nothing illegal.
I love you, Dylan Golden.
was gonna say, I promise, but nothing illegal.
I don't know what I am. I haven't thought about it enough.
Like, if I got Dylan on here for a call, he would not respond how Tanner did. He
I
would
was
say
worried
some
about
other
that.
thing.
I was worried about that.
Yeah, I was afraid Tanner was gonna say some stupid
Yeah.
stuff.
That's why you just put the alien filter on his voice.
But I don't really think I'm scared about dying because I don't like think about dying. Like if it happens, like happens. There's nothing you can do about
My
it.
motto is just, when it's time to go, no matter what, dude.
Yeah, but like, what?
That's kind of how I've been like picturing like graduating and like moving away, but it's like actually really close now.
Oh, there's literally nothing.
It's not something that you don't know when it's
I
gonna come.
ignore
You
it.
know when it's
I know.
gonna come.
Yeah.
No,
Dude.
someone said it was like a few months away, and I said, "What?"
Yeah, no, you said 3 months today, and I was you did the math, and like that's
It's actually 3 months.
It's like
Well, like
3
I
months
said
from
like
now
3
will
months
be
from now,
May
like we won't
19th.
even be in school basically, and it'll be May 19th. So
It'll be
like
May
yeah.
19th, 3 months
June,
from now,
July. All right, so we got like 5-6 months.
until we all move away.
Well, you might. When you,
I don't
you
know,
when
dude.
you have
Okay,
to go.
every time
know
someone
when-
asks me if I'm where I'm moving, I
You
give them a
different
different
date.
time. Every time.
You know what's sad? Kind of, I was thinking about Miss Jones the other day. Was like, let's see, our teacher. She's like, well, you guys get out basically a week earlier than everybody else. And I was like, shit, give me that week. I want to be here for that week. The last week of school is always
Let's
the
just
best
all come
week.
to school anyways.
We should.
No, last week is finals week for us.
At least just like the last day. I don't even have finals. What am I taking?
No, like the
Part four
the finals are
finals?
normally pretty easy, and
Isn't
then we
the
just get
last
to
day
go
Cedar
home.
Point? Or is
Oh,
that
the last day is
Yeah.
Cedar Point,
Yeah,
That's awesome.
and then we're done for that.
that's what I thought.
Let's just
But
go
like-
to Cedar Point on our own time.
Oh my gosh.
I kinda wanna- I kinda wanna do that.
Baseball game that
Go
night.
up early and leave later.
How are these this
No, just like go like a different day as well, cause like the school one like isn't very long. Like we
Yeah.
don't get to stay that
Unless
long.
we can convince her to get us to stay.
So we just go the next day too, or we just buy a hotel.
But
stay
like
there.
if not, then I'm like I want to go again.
Yeah. I want to go.
You guys got to talk me into riding the Top Thrill Dragster because I'm.
You have to do
I'm
it.
not doing that.
You have to do
Dude,
it.
stop.
I'll
It is
ride.
fun.
I'll ride anything else.
It's
Why?
so fun.
Why?
Dude. If I'm gonna ride, it's gonna take some build up time. You're just gonna have to give me some time.
I know,
Yeah,
because
why,
I look
is,
at.
why is that the one that you're associated?
Yeah,
with?
here's what I thought about. Here's what
It's
I thought
just
about.
so much bigger, dude.
Here's what I
Yeah.
thought about. Is like
And it's
8
just-
million people have already ridden it,
It's
and like
just
nothing
straight
happened.
up.
Like-
that one time.
What scares me about that one is
I'm not
is
scared
like
of like dying on it, but I just.
Then
don't
what are you
want
scared of?
it. Dude, that thing is big.
What?
It's big.
You're scared of going fast?
okay.
I don't
Here's
know what I'm
You
scared
would
of.
be scared of
Marshall,
going fast.
Marshall,
Yeah.
You
I
would be
don't
scared of
like
going
it.
fast.
Marshall.
Peer
Should I
pressure.
put my shit on fast
When I went to
forward?
Cedar,
like a
I went to
lot
Cedar
of
Point this summer,
Yeah,
and
same.
I kept thinking about like, why am I actually scared of these roller coasters? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not actually scared of dying. Like,
No.
I just
I
have
just
to
don't
be.
wanna
I have
do
to be in the mood to like feel weird as fuck. Because like
The
when
way-
you
when you
drop and
drop
your
it down,
stomach
I-
goes into your
I
throat.
love that.
Like,
See,
Yeah,
like
that's
I had to be in the mood for it. Like I
don't
was in
like
the
it that
mood for
much.
it, and I was like, okay, this seems like it could be kind of fun. I want to see what that. I rode the what's the Gatekeeper.
Yeah,
I was
that really
happy
good.
because I was like, I'm not scared of roller coasters anymore. Let's go fucking ride more.
The feeling of going up the first hill is just.
I hate
Yeah.
that.
You can't compare that to anything. It's incredible. That's.
No, like,
oh shit!
no, like,
Straight down.
on the way down part where your stomach is off of your
And you're
body.
out of the seat.
Like,
What
I
is the-
don't like that.
The Magnum is hard.
What's the new
Magnum
guy?
is
What's
awesome.
the
Steel
new guy?
Vengeance.
Steel Vengeance.
It's
Your
incredible.
ass is out of the seat
See,
for the.
I didn't mind
Three
Steel
quarters of the
Vengeance.
ride.
Steel Vengeance was like easy.
That
to ride.
yeah, that ride is insane.
It's incredible.
It's awesome.
No, the Magnum.
I
How's
kept
that shit's gotta be
elbowing
like
the Magnum
gone.
because it was
It's so
launching me
hard.
around
Like
so
every turn
much.
you take, you just slam
Dude,
to
I
the
love it.
side.
I love the
Me and
Magnum,
Connor
bro.
love the Magnum.
When you go up on a hill, the
fucking
bottom of it,
slow.
you're like, shit.
I love it, dude.
That is awesome.
I didn't hit the wall. I don't think so. We're good. There's a dent in
It goes
anyway.
fast and there's no line for it because everyone hates it.
But it's
that was the
fucking-
first
but
roller
it's
coaster I ever
big.
went on, and it was that one.
But it's
awesome.
big and it's old.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
You know what? The one I was scared for the most last time was Millennium Force.
Millennium Force
I
is
still haven't
scary.
been on that.
It's
one.
good. I just like. I don't get scared about it. I just.
The
I just
last
go
time we
on.
got a Millennium Force, Keegan, I was like underwhelmed by it.
Yeah.
Like it didn't feel as
Yeah.
great as it like used to.
Yeah, I feel that.
You know what?
Isn't that the fastest one there?
No.
Forgot about that one.
Not getting honest, so Millennium might
But
be
other
the
than that,
fastest
yeah,
one.
Millennium
Yeah.
Have
Force.
you guys ridden the Beast?
Yeah.
Beast is great.
It's good, but it's like it's this whole time.
What's the? Is it? It's
Smack
not
on
the
my head.
Velociraptor, is it?
What?
The
Valraven.
one-
Valraven. No,
Valraven.
not the
The
Valraven.
one at Kings Island.
No, it's like
the
it's
good
a. It's not, I think it's called the
one.
Raptor.
The Raptor, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Where
fine.
at?
Amelia
Cedar
like
Point.
borderline
It's
got a
the
concussion
green
off that one.
It's the green
Yeah, and like your feet hang.
Because it's inverted, yeah. So you're like your head's like right
Yeah,
between.
Amelia like borderline got a concussion off that. Like on the when you like snap into like straight, we were coming off an edge and it just went boom, and her head was like.
I remember that because that's how it ends. Like that's
Yeah.
when like when you hit the brakes like coming off a curve.
What was
Yeah.
the one that like had everyone messed up for like a good half hour? You think the blue streak or something?
That one's nice.
The like
that one's
little
slept
wooden
on.
one.
Yeah, the little
That
one.
one's
Is
slept
that
on.
with the blue streak?
That's blue. That's the blue streak. Yeah.
Yeah. After that one, last time we went, everyone was messed up for a while.
You can just keep riding
So,
over
yeah.
and over and over.
There's no way.
I like
Yeah.
I liked the
That one I
corkscrew.
did not like them. 'Cause it-
I don't
Ah,
remember.
dude, I fucking hate that ride.
Really?
Did you
Yes.
ride it?
I like that one.
Did we ride it?
It's cool like scenery though, cause like they're
Yeah.
like right by.
It
the
looks sweet,
side.
but like the ride itself isn't that fun.
Remember when we got stuck at the top of the?
The gatekeeper's
When we got stuck
fucking
at the
sick.
top of the.
Because, like,
Because it's
Yeah,
right
and
by
then
the
we got
lake,
the exit
and it's right by
passes,
the entrance
so we got
gate.
to like get on a ride with no weight.
Yeah, and we tried to give them away because it was like raining.
Yes,
and
and
if you were
people
like,
were
no,
like,
we don't want this.
We should have kept them and made copies. It just had like endless amounts of
We
them.
weren't thinking that, dude.
I know. I've thought
We're
about that before, and I like got mad. I was like, damn, why did we do that?
My favorite roller coaster at Kings Island. I really like Flight of Fear because it's like all
Flight of Fear
dark.
sweet, yeah.
I
That's
haven't
sweet.
been there in so long.
But like you can like put your hands up, and you can like see like the metal like above your hand. I'm like, I'm always like breaking my hand.
Did you go to Kings Island or something with Brent and I one year when we made Brent's mom ride the roller coaster that I don't know what it was, but it had like a bunch of loops in it.
Maybe.
Vortex, maybe.
I don't know what it was.
Kings
but-
Island?
Yes, Kings
I
Island.
remember we went to Cedar Point.
I never went to Kings Island with you guys.
I
I remember we went to
Cedar
Kings Island a long
Point.
time ago.
I remember vividly looking back at Brent's mom when we were on the ride and her just cussing nonstop because she hated loops and that one had like 5 different
Oh,
loops in
yeah.
it.
I said shit nonstop. When I was on every roller coaster, I was like shit, shit, shit. And there were like little kids behind us that were like taking that like a champ.
Yeah.
And I just like, and Amelia was like, there are little kids here because she always, like she loves roller coasters.
Dude, you know what I don't understand
Hmm.
is people like who are scared of roller coasters and then they ride one and they get off and hated it.
Yeah.
Like that shit just doesn't make.
That's
any
how it was
sense.
the first time because like I went with one of my summer baseball teams and that was when I rode the Magnum and I was like I did not enjoy that at all. And they were like, come on, dude, just like ride the corkscrew with us. It's a small one, and I was like, no, if it's anything like that last one, I don't want to do that. So I didn't ride anymore.
So you went with them and just rode one ride.
Yeah, I rode one ride, and then there was another kid that didn't want to ride them, so we just hung out.
Well, we can still record for 233 hours and 59 minutes, so we're good.
Cameron said he's not gonna ride anything at Cedar Point.
He's just
Why
he's doing it now.
go?
Yeah.
Why go?
Yeah. Today Monty's he was like,
Oh yeah.
he was
We
like,
should
is there
tie
a
him up
point
and
to
put
me
him on the
going
top
if
row.
like I'm not gonna ride any roller coasters? And we were like, yeah, there's like other stuff to do.
Can you
Yeah,
press
fucking
charges on
carnival
us if we,
games.
like force him on a ride? Is
I
that
don't-
illegal?
You're not forcing Cameron on any ride.
Cameron will kill you.
No,
You're not forcing
he's
him on
got
a
like
ride.
murder you.
mad strength when he gets angry.
No, it's not even mad
He'll
strength. It's
stab you
just
with his fingers.
it's just when he looks at you.
Really
Like
hard.
when he looks
No.
at you, he's
You
like
don't
on,
even
he's like
know.
on one foot and he like leans over. You're like, I might die, might not.
No, if I want to see like when Ben is mad and when he's mad, I want to see
I
that
think
fight.
Cameron. I think Cameron.
I think
Cameron?
Cameron
No,
is-
because
Cameron's
Ben
a
would
killer.
like
Yeah.
wrestle. Cameron would murder you.
Yeah.
Ben just gets strong enough to like push you around. Cameron tries to kill you.
Yeah.
Actually.
And Cameron
Fucking-
finds things.
You
in the
pushed him in the
hall.
hallway and he stabbed you down the stairs with a pencil.
Hard.
Yeah. He did.
You guys like were weird last year though. Like you would always push Cameron into lockers, and since he's smaller, he would like always get pissed off. It was like
No, I
it
think I
wasn't
did that
like,
one time and then he tried to kill me and I
No,
never did it again.
no. It was a couple times I remember because he would always talk about it, and like we would walk. Cameron and I came from somewhere, and I just remember it was like 2 times. But like obviously we're all friends. So, like you weren't telling like making it seem like you were being an asshole, but he kind of
Yeah.
took it that way. But I don't know.
Everyone we're talking about, by the way, in this podcast that we've talked about so far, we love you. We're not trying to be mean to you anyway. We don't hate you. We're not talking shit about you. We're just name the facts, name what happened.
Name the facts.
Yeah, given
Name
our
the
point of view,
facts.
given our point of view, if you want to come by as a guest star, we'll
I think we've
gladly
talked to
have
all
you.
these people about this stuff though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
and
pretty sure we
also-
told Cameron that he could kill people.
And also, we
That's
love
enough.
we love you enough that we're gonna say this, but you should love us enough that you're still watching and listening. So that's on you.
Maybe we just have to start name dropping so people listen.
Yeah.
We gotta see if their names come
You know
in.
what? Fuck
I
you.
actually thought about that, like making this more like a local thing at high school, like our high school,
Yeah.
and then
that's a
like
good way
name
to
dropping
do
and like I was like, if we say Noah's name, he'll listen.
Yeah.
That's another view.
Mhm.
He's a friend, but
We
Hey,
just
Noah
like
Murphy.
his names.
How's it
No,
going?
what was Keemstar's show called?
John Muller?
John Muller.
He
Like
still
that.
does- he still does
He
it
got
to me
like
like
a
the
whole
views.
YouTube
Be like,
community.
tune in next week for a special guest star.
And just
we
like a
we
bunch of
say the name
clickbait.
Noah. We say the name.
Yeah, that's
Mr.
Yeah.
Falk. Just put
Because I'm gay.
Oh, man.
Mr. Okay,
If we
he's
farted, Falk is
he's
doing
turned into an
this.
asshole. He's like actually an asshole.
Yeah, I know.
He's not gonna listen.
What?
He won't get offended by this anyways. You think he doesn't talk to his wife about us like this?
Yeah.
He's an asshole to his son.
He is mean now.
He's a fucking dick.
He's been mean to Brent.
Brent, he was mean to Brent.
Brent is
Brent-
kind of bully.
Yeah. Brent was just like, kind of didn't let it get to him anymore at the end, but like.
Falk just still drilled him every
Well,
day.
it's because last year Brent brought it upon himself.
Yeah,
Like, 'cause he would like go up and like stand in his
because
face and like
he
spit on
probably
him.
thought it was like funny.
Yeah.
This year Brent did not think it was funny. And he
Oh yeah,
stopped.
Folk bet Matt $1 that we wouldn't have school tomorrow.
Dude, if we don't have school tomorrow, I'm actually gonna be a happy human.
So
Yeah.
happy.
I know.
I will
'cause-
be very excited.
So what do you-
Because I don't expect a snow day, but
Yeah.
like I know
I
it's
might
possible.
piss
I know.
everywhere.
School today was
It's on my car.
Oh, my car's not starting. Oh.
No,
Just
okay.
piss in it.
The Friday, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, after we got
yes.
Wednesday and Thursday
Yes.
off, when like nobody expected to not have school, and we woke up with like 6 inches of
Yes.
snow. That was incredible.
And I had to
And then we
drive
had
to
that
Columbus.
Friday off too.
Yes, that was
5-day
awesome.
weekend.
That was
That's what he
awesome.
was talking
No,
about.
that was different.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
What
that's,
were you
that's the
talking
Friday I was
We're
talking
talking
about.
about
Yeah.
that Friday.
Yeah.
And you
Snow.
said we were
We're
talking
like
about that
we weren't
Friday.
expecting a snow day because it was gonna
Yeah.
warm up, but it snowed like
Oh,
6
a
inches out
million
of
inches.
nowhere.
That was when we were supposed to listen to Inky Johnson.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was.
I wanted to listen
Oh
to
yeah, because you were
that.
like, I hope we get a delay. That's best case scenario because we
Yeah.
still get to go.
And even if we got canceled,
Yeah,
we could have
canceled,
gone,
still
but they
could've
canceled the whole
They
event.
canceled
Yeah.
the whole thing.
'Cause
And
it
it
was
Really
bad.
bad.
Yeah, it was really bad.
79 was
I
just
think that
layers
was-
of snowflakes.
Layers of snowflakes.
Yes,
That's
layers.
incredible.
No, that's not so bad.
It's 3 weeks ago. It was 3
I was
weeks
trying to
ago.
think if that was the day that I had to go to the.
I think tomorrow
thing
might be
for
like our
my
last
ticket.
legitimate chance for a snow day, and I just kind of sad about it.
Probably, yeah.
As long as
Because once we go to college, like it's gotta be back.
Alas.
I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind going to school though when it's.
No, the thing about college though, like if you know you're not gonna do something, you can just skip a class.
Last snow
Yeah, so
day
you
in
gotta think about, like,
history.
not paying
Because most professors
$30,000
like
a
don't
semester.
incorporate, like don't
Yeah.
take attendance.
Yeah,
And
like
I'm
if,
going to California where it's not gonna fucking snow.
True.
and we're, it's like a
But there might be like some fires.
Speaking of
Class
class,
size-
your class size is
Yeah,
probably
she
gonna be
catches
small
on fire
too.
every couple months.
Did you guys see that it snowed in like Las Vegas and it's like
Yeah.
never snowed there?
Really? Wow, holy crap.
There's a place in like Chile
Yeah.
where it's like never rained
And it snowed a lot.
ever.
It snowed
How
a lot,
does-
a lot.
It's like the driest place on earth, and it's really hot. It's like really close to the equator.
It's not like you need like rain for like crops or anything though, bro. We just make
That's
that
just
shit
a
in a
desert
lab.
there.
We make
That's
that shit in a
why
lab
Texas doesn't
nowadays.
It's just this desert.
That's why Texas doesn't work.
Guns.
Hey,
I
we don't
shave
need
my
to do that.
legs.
I said guns because Texas.
I'm excited for the Arnold.
Same.
I am too.
It's gonna be fun.
I think I'm gonna show up late.
I already know
I
what
might be
I'm wearing.
modeling.
You know who you are?
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
Cool, guys.
My gray cut-off hoodie, not a cut-off, but sleeveless sweatshirt like what you wore last year.
Dang, I think I'm
It's
gonna wear that.
gray.
I think I'm gonna wear one
And
too.
probably my Adidas pants and my like gray high top pants.
That's tough.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
I'm
I'll
just
wear.
gonna nonstop work out my
Big
arms
one.
for the next 2 weeks,
They
so I
say-
look at least semi-big.
Might have to take 2 cars.
Are you going?
Good job.
For sure.
You
Not
could.
For sure. I don't know.
Could we
I don't want
take-
to be like a freaking weenie head junior out there.
Why?
It's not like
You
that.
literally just get free
It's
stuff.
us 5 and Ben's going.
As long as like
Brent's
there's
going.
not, like-
That's 7.
We're all gonna look small. Like
Yeah.
people are
Everyone there is
massive.
But it's not
ginormous.
about that though. Like it's not just for
Yeah.
like.
Yeah,
fitness
I
people.
figured it was
Hey,
just
I'm
like,
there for the bangs.
half-
But
Like,
like
it's for everybody.
if you're
I'm there
going
to
there
wear
trying to
for
look
the
big,
No.
it's not happening.
I'm gonna go there and put Marshall's Kermit the Frog shirt on and call
Please
it.
get that back to me, dude. I want that.
No,
shit
we're
so bad.
the like blue like
Barcelona
really small
shorts.
Under Armour shirt you have that says like victory or victorious or something.
Victorious.
And then the Barcelona shorts.
Yes. Dude, my legs were looking so good.
We're gonna look like
in the
assholes.
summertime. No, I'll probably wear. I'll just
Except me, I'll probably just show up in jeans and a Heath baseball
I might-
shirt.
I might wear, like,
Isn't that what you wore last year?
Yeah, that's exactly
Yup.
what
I did wear a Heath baseball shirt.
Notice wear your Arnold T-shirt because you bought the Arnold T-shirt.
Yeah, that's true.
I like that shirt a lot. Yeah.
I remember
I bought an Arnold stringer tank top, so I'm not wearing that.
Fuck, I don't know where that shirt is. I haven't seen it in so
This
long.
big.
Mary.
Oh my
I
god.
think there's a
It's way
weird
all
name
over
for
the
the shirt,
place.
too.
my Instagram post. I had like 8 different peace signs in it, with like
Yeah, you're like-
Bradley Martin, Roman Atwood,
Yeah.
Furious Pete.
What, like, you
That's
don't-
crazy.
Oh,
that
I
you
look
have
so
all these people at
disgusting,
one
dude.
place.
I wanted.
I didn't
to
have a
meet,
beard.
I wanted to meet Roman Atwood so bad, like
Yeah.
for so long, and then we saw him there, and I flipped
like,
out.
You know, we got
And
to
then
Roman Atwood.
He was a little bit of a douchebag about it though.
No,
Like,
he was
That's a nice
pissed.
tip.
he was cool to us. Like
He didn't want to be there.
he was cool to us,
Yeah.
but like in the vlog before
He did
that,
not want to be there.
in the vlog before that, he was like, yeah, like I don't want to go to this big event and meet like a bunch of people. And then
He's like, I don't wanna have
afterwards,
all these people coming up to me.
afterwards, in like the vlog for that day, he was like, "Yeah, we just got done with the event. Like it was all right. Had a good time. Like I wanted to go. Like I should have wanted to go more. Like Brittany convinced me to go, but like I just don't like meeting that many people. Like he didn't say that, but that's
Brittany, if
basically
you're
what he said.
watching, you're really fucking
I
hot.
know, but if you think about that, like,
That sucks. Yeah, no, that
yeah,
sucks.
like he's basically from close to where we live.
100%. Yeah.
So
Really
it's like
sport.
it would be like us going to the Arnold in
Yeah.
5 years and like literally not getting a break.
Yeah.
They're like,
They were
oh
like
my
selling
gosh,
something
he's
there,
probably
too,
like,
right?
there's Bradley Martin over there. I want to get a picture with him. And 80 people come up to him like,
Yeah.
hey dude,
Yeah,
can I meet you?
You just made the whole table shake.
In my
Like the only thing that made me mad about it is because like he like never complains about it, and then the one time he complained was the one time I met him, and he
Take
lives
that.
like in a 20-mile radius of
Yeah.
us.
Hey, he still took a picture with him though.
Yeah.
He posted
And
it.
he smiled, kind of.
I looked fucking disgusting.
Brent.
My hair was like hanging
Brent
down to my
looks
ear.
so bad.
He looks like in. Oh, dude, he looks
My
so bad
mom
in
said
the
he
picture.
looked on this. She was like, "Why does Brent look like a special needs kid?" Because he had his hat like down to his freaking nose, and he was like,
You can't cover
He
up
looked like he
your
was
eyes.
His
crying.
picture with Bradley Martin, bro. He was like,
"Oh, he was so
He
nervous."
did look like he was crying.
He was like,
he probably was, dude.
Might have been.
That is like his idol.
See, the cool thing about me is I don't give a fuck about any of these. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, like, on that type of level, but, like, I just don't know enough about these people to actually care to want to get a picture. So when you guys do that,
Oh, you mean except for like Jeffree Star, right?
yeah. I mean, I'd meet Jeffree Star.
We already did, almost.
I mean, pretty much. Didn't we, like, literally stand on the same, different side of the pool as him, but it's cool.
Why can't I send shit from the studio?
Brent was waiting in line after he left for like 45 minutes by himself just because he wanted to meet him, and then we like saw him walking around, which I was so happy for him.
But that's, yeah. Maybe
Didn't
that's
he
like
like tell him something in his ear, like, "Hey man, keep working at what you're doing"?
Yeah, no,
bro?"
yeah,
Like,
he gave him like
yeah.
some like motivation.
That's sweet.
That'd be like me and Earl Sweatshirt. I'd be like, alright, you guys go away, and I'll just stand here in line for like,
Like, you know what,
3
man?
hours.
Like, you think it's a joke now?
I don't, yeah, I don't know if you knew that.
Furious
When?
Kid's there too.
Yeah.
Warped Tour
He's got cancer again.
last summer.
Again?
It was me. It was
His
the one I took
testicular
Hunter
cancer?
to.
His other testicle.
Cause like, my dad like basically like he got us like a pass to like do the meet and greet and like to skip the entire line and be like very first. And like Hunter was the one that wanted to do it, but like I was like okay. And then like the dude from the Journey staff found us and was like okay you're with Tony, right? And I was like yeah. And I was like all right, my dude right here wants to meet him. He was like oh no, only you. I was like whoa, what are you talking about? He was like yeah, like only you can do it because you got his name. And I was like
Yeah.
oh sorry dude. And I was like and I looked at him and I was like do you care, bro? He was like, no, it's okay. I was like, I don't even really want to. He was like, no, bro, you're good.
He's
You're
like,
good.
I really want to.
No,
If you don't want
he
to,
really
might as well
did want
get
to, and like I didn't care that much. And I was like, I can just not do it. He was like, nah, man, go do it. I was like, all right,
Was it awkward?
yeah.
Wait,
My,
so
my brother
He's
went.
like 6'5".
Really?
Yeah, dude, he is tall.
My brother went like in some band's like trailer thing that like when they like
Yeah.
travel around.
Yeah.
Went in there and like met the band and stuff.
Did he
and
like hang out with Chelsea Grant or something?
maybe that was I don't know who it was, but I was like that would just be so awkward to
Yeah.
me.
Because like you don't know him,
Yeah. Because, like you don't know how they're gonna
Shit.
react.
right?
Because it could be like a bad day for them.
Like it's cool, but like
Especially
you're not
with
friends with them. Like what are you
music,
gonna talk
music
about?
blasting in their ears all day.
Yeah.
They're like probably like annoyed.
this is a little off
I just-
topic, but I
Yeah.
listened to myself in the last podcast, and I caught a glimpse of like how fucking oblivious I am.
Really?
Yeah, because we were talking about. I thought Ricky Wayne was the dude that sang, but it was T Wayne.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you guys had literally just said his name's T Wayne, and like 3
Yeah, and
seconds
he looked it
later,
up.
I was like, "Wait, what's the guy's name?" and
He's
you guys were just like T Wayne,
He's
like
not
it was
6'5",
normal.
but he's
But I sounded fucking dumb.
Dude,
Who's that?
I just
Andy
stood up
Biersack.
and my
Who's
eyes
that?
turned off.
Singer.
Singer.
I feel like I've
You
heard
kind of
that
just
name before.
did the same thing right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just stood up.
Yep.
I just stood up. Got
not
really
gonna change
dizzy,
ever.
And my eyesight was black. Couldn't
That's
see
so
anything.
scary.
I love it.
No,
Why
yesterday.
do you love it?
No, yesterday.
It's awesome. You never. Have you
It's
ever had that
positive. Like,
Yes,
it's a good
it's
thing.
weird.
It
I
means your
like it.
resting heart
Yeah,
rate is
yeah.
like so low when you're sitting there.
Yeah.
Like
I went to a
When you
hospital.
stand up, like your body can get the blood up there.
yeah,
fast
no,
enough.
I was yesterday. I was watching YouTube and I was like about to fall asleep in my chair and like my heart just like
Start an hour in
wasn't
advance.
beating and it just went boop 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 and it started pounding like immediately. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, I was gone. I was just so tired.
I went to the doctor for a day of testing for them to tell me that they messed up the EKG and that my what the heck? There's so much voice like what is it called?
What is that?
Recoil? Revert?
What's it doing?
What?
What?
Lucy Bird on the mic, baby.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're about to
There's not
freestyle
even
now. Here we
speakers
go.
in here.
Wait,
Where's
what?
that from?
Oh my
You know what
gosh.
It's
Yeah, from Street. Yeah, it's from Street.
Were you trying to do
Oh,
the boost?
yeah.
Like,
Okay, what was I talking about? Oh,
Yeah.
for them to tell me that I didn't have anything wrong with my heart and that I decided like my heart wasn't pumping enough blood when I was wrestling.
Still in there.
Just athletic
You're
heart.
just
or whatever.
you're just so
It's
right.
just
You're
so
just so
athletic.
superior.
Just so
athletic.
athletic. Oh my gosh.
You would be superior to humans.
Superior. Testing,
You're just so
testing,
athletically
testing. 1,
inclined.
2, 3, testing.
All right, guys, it's been over an hour.
Yeah, this is a.
It's okay though, because it's Gabe's night to edit. Yay!
That's funny.
If I knew how to edit, that would be.
Yes.
Hey, Gabe's got some gray hairs too.
I have so
Yeah, I
many.
saw that.
I'm so old.
All right, I guess it's Carter's night to edit. All right, see you guys.
All right.
See you guys next
episode.
week.
I love you guys. Thank you. We're gonna
See
do
you
like
tomorrow
78
for
episodes.
three.
Episode
First
2.
video podcast tomorrow.
Episode
Uh,
2
not
is
tomorrow.
adjourned.
We're gonna come on live about 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Check out our Instagram live.
Instagram live, Snapchat live, Twitter live,
All the lives.
YouTube.
Pokemon Go live, catch us on
Pornhub
Yeah.
live.
All five of us.
Whoa.
All five of us are gonna be streaming on different websites, so tune
Twitch.
into all of them.
Yeah. Subscribe to our Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be on there playing Fortnite.
All right, this is how we're gonna end it.
Snapchat Premium.
Alright, thanks for listening, guys.
All right, it's gonna.
What was that?
All right, we're gonna
All
try
right,
to end
hey.
it somewhere.
All right.
Yep.
See you guys.
Take 2.
Hey, what up? It's your boy. Shouts out to Milky Time Podcast. You
Uh.
feel me? You know you got the little milk in the cup. You do a little sip. You stick a little cookie in there, a little Oreo, a little chocolate chip. Holla at the Milky Time Podcast. Big shout out.
Oh, and he's drinking the milk.
Oh, is that my boy Chase?
All right,
Alright, see you guys.
Thanks.